In today's video, we're going to be checking out the top 5 guns of COD Mobile Season 3. If you guys enjoy the video, make sure to, of course, stay tuned till the end. And we're going to be giving the loadouts throughout the video this time, while we talk about each gun. So yeah, if you want my loadouts, make sure to stick around and I'll show them throughout the video. And let's get into the top 5 guns. Today's shout out goes to Game Smasher. They have 1.38 thousand subscribers, so again a slightly bigger channel. Yeah, of course, if you do go over and enjoy any of the videos, they are mainly a BR player, I believe. So yeah, if you go over and enjoy any of the videos, then make sure to, of course, like the videos you enjoy and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the channel in general. Yeah, I'll of course be leaving them down below in the description and up on the screen here. Yeah, make sure to go over, leave any positive comments you have, and if you don't think they're not doing quite right and you think they can improve, then make sure to, of course, tell them by leaving a constructive comment or like a constructive criticism on their channel. And yeah, make sure to, of course, go over, be positive, be supportive, and let's get into the top 5 guns list. Okay, so in at number 5 spot we have the Holger. Wasn't no surprises to anyone. Of course, the best LMG in the game at the moment. Yeah, low damage, low recoil, decent mobility, especially with the no stock attachment, and high mag, and decent damage at range. But this is the best long range, easy to use long range option. Of course, in some cases you can, or some people will switch out the Holger and put in the SKS/SV/XPR. But I just found them like they're quite high skill guy weapons, and a lot of the newer players might not be able to use them, as well as people use them as well as you can use the Holger, as it has of course the 100 round mag, and it's very easy to use. And the reason it's at number 5 and not higher up is because of course because of the lower mobility. It's hard to take up close gunfights without pre-aiming, and if you're a newer player you wouldn't necessarily be able to do that, or know like where to pre-aim and stuff. So yeah, definitely a and so yeah, if it was less of a fast-paced, high damage, high time to kill meta, then this would definitely be higher up. But as it is, it's at the number 4 spot. It's got yeah. Of course, if you don't have the pay to win, any of the pay to win items, I think there's also an epic Holger which came in one of the battle passes that you could have. Then I would highly recommend putting a red dot on this, but as you can see I have that mythic, so yeah, of course I will be giving all my loadouts for this, but that'll be at the end of the gameplay that I'm going to be doing. Okay, so here is the hip fast spread. Actually a lot more consistent than I thought it would be, so yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 7.5 out of 10. Here is the recoil. As you can see, mostly vertical. There's some little bits of horizontal recoil, but they're like negligible enough that most people will be able to control them and won't feel them too much. And of course, with the disable perk on, this thing becomes an absolute beam because of course this disable perk slows down your enemies. Okay, so now we're going to be going through the damage numbers. So we have 31 and 37. I think it's 31 all over. Yeah, 31 all over and 37. At the 20 meter mark, of course, it's going to be probably slightly better damage than most guns out of range. Yeah, at the 20 meter mark, we have 31 and 37 again. $23. And 27. So yeah, definitely basically this is best for people who want to play power positions and hold hit glitches. Then they'll definitely highly recommend checking out the Holger. There's a couple that might be slightly more aggressive. A couple of LMGs that could be good, so more aggressive. One that I would definitely recommend checking out if you want a slightly more aggressive LMG is the UL, which can of course 3 shots. So yeah. Now let's get into the gameplay, and then we're getting to our number 4 pick. Okay, so in at number 4 spot we have the LK24. This gun hasn't been on our top 5 list for quite a while, but yeah, it's really got a buff this season, and that's what made it a lot more competitive. Of course, this gun is interchangeable with another gun, so if you prefer the KN44, then I would recommend using that, because they're both pretty much identical. In terms of stats, but yeah, I just felt I preferred the LK24. It just felt slightly more accurate in my opinion compared to the KN44, and of course no recoil at all again. I believe it does have a 3-shot potential, but yeah, let's check out the. So yeah, I believe it does have a 3-shot potential, but of course, if you yeah, this is kind of more of a long range beam. It kind of more equivalent to the kilo than something aggressive like say the Krieg 6, although it can hold up at those medium ranges. And a close range would I believe has a 3-shot potential. So yeah. Definitely a gun that a lot of people would want to check out if you're getting bored of using the Kilo or the Krieg, of course. So here is the recoil. As you can see, pretty much non-existent. Goes off to the side a little bit, but other than that, it's really good. So it gets an 8.5 out of 10 from me. Highly controllable recoil. And here is the hipfire spread. It's not quite as good as the Holger, but still pretty good. It's going to be a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 from me. Very, very nice. Now here are the damage numbers. We have 28, 33, 42. So you need to hit at least one headshot for it to become a one headshot, one off body shot to make it a guaranteed 3-shot. Yeah, as you can see, it's very much shooting beams, laser beams right now. Okay then, here we go at the 28, 33, 40 something, 42, yeah. And finally at the 40-meter range we have 28. Oh, it's a guaranteed 3-shot. Everyone really super consistent. So as you can see, definitely one of the better guns for long range and close range consistency. Yeah, I would highly recommend checking out the LK24. Of course, if you feel so inclined, use the KN44. It feels better for you, but the KN44 is just my go-to and just feels a lot better for me than the KN44. So yeah, let's get into the number 3 pick. Okay, so in at the number 3 spot we have the QQ9. As you can see, as you probably all know, the QQ9 got a sizable buff to the damage ranges and damage in general. So yeah, definitely a very viable close to medium range weapon. Very high time to kill, very high fire rate. It's just not as versatile as some other guns on the list, or another SMG on that's going to be on this list. Which is why it's not a number 1. But yeah, high mobility, high fire rate, great weapon for rushing, which is why it is personally actually my favourite SMG at the moment, especially since it's got this sick new mythic. Of course, the baseline sights are still very much usable. So yeah, no need to buy any fancy skins for this one. That's a... yeah. Now this one has slightly higher recoil, so it might be slightly more difficult to use at those medium ranges. But it's still definitely well worth the try. And if you want an aggressive rushing SMG, then I would highly recommend checking this gun out. And even if you want to play slightly more passive, you can use the 5.56 rounds, or the high damage rounds on it, and it will decrease the fire rate, but it does enough for a damage buff that that's actually worth decreasing the damage for now. So yeah, and that will produce a slightly better range build. So here is the... now it's slightly better on the actual targets than it is on there, so I'm going to go a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, now here is the recoil. As you see, not as high as I actually first anticipated. Definitely more horizontal than vertical. Forward vertical than horizontal, sorry. So yeah, again, not too bad to control, but it still definitely has more of a kick. And if you ever do get to that part, the fact that it goes quite to the side quite a lot will affect it at the end, of course. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. And the screen just gone. Great. Okay, we're back. Nice. Okay, so we have 25, 30, 33. So guaranteed to 4-shot this range, which is really good considering the fire rate is pretty high. And it goes down to 20, 23, 27, 27 again. Yeah, still pretty decent damage, even at the medium range. Yeah, definitely more of a close to medium range gun. And it will outgun a certain CBR4 at close range, I believe. So yeah, definitely one I recommend checking out. And here it is at 40 meters. Of course, it won't be too good at 40 meters, but yeah. 13, 16. Okay, that's all 15, 18. And then 18 to the head as well. So yeah, definitely a hyper aggressive close to medium range gun. It might, at the very close range, it might get outgun by something like the Fennec, but of course with the lack of versatility with the Fennec or the Mac 10, they don't make the list. So yeah, definitely would highly recommend checking this out if you want a decent close to medium range weapon. So yeah, now let's get into our number 2 pick. Okay, so we are at the number 2 spot, and as you can see, the number 2 spot is the COD 6. Now, quick disclaimer, of course my loadout I want to give you, well, it doesn't include a red dot, but if you are so inclined, you might need a red dot for the iron sight, as this is one of the most trash iron sights ever. But yeah, so the Quick 6 is a again, another thing is if you want a slightly more stable longer range guns, then I'd recommend checking out the Kilo 141 instead of having instead of the Krig. Each one could be here, but I'm just going to put the Krig here because it's my preference. So the Krig is the best aggressive AR in the game, and it's actually quite more versatile than I originally thought. It's definitely good close to medium range, but long range it does kind of drop off because it gets slightly hard to aim because of the bullet speed. But yeah, it has very good damage and actually can beam at long range if you're able to hit your shots, although you have to be quite accurate. Yeah, the recoil on this one and the aim shake is it's got a bit of aim shake and a bit more recoil than other guns. So this one that's why it's not number one. But actually, to be fair, probably everyone will know it's number one at this point. But also, this is my personal preference list, and if you put ARs, then this might be your number one gun. But in my opinion, a different an SMG still works in an SMG meta. So certain CBR4 is yeah. But yeah, definitely a solid choice. Of course, most people will have checked out by now, but if you haven't, then I would highly recommend it. Yeah, and also check out the Kilo 141 as well. I don't really much to say about this, honestly. It's been quite a number one for quite a while now. Or in the top 5 for number one for quite a while now. So yeah, definitely a really solid option. And there's also a lot of different tactics and different ways you can kind of build it out, depending on the play style. This is more of a high mobility build, but you can also build it out with slightly more longer range if you're so inclined. So yeah, definitely a very versatile gun. Then here is the recoil. I can see there's some horizontal recoil which can be quite hard to control. But in general, it's got some ways to control recoil and anything that kind of holds it back unless other guns at longer range is of course bullet speed. And here is the high step fast one. Actually, it's definitely not the best on this. Let's have a look. So that's what recoiling is about 6 out of 10 in terms of hit fast accuracy. Actually, kind of trash. So yeah, 6 out of 10 with the hit fast accuracy as well. Here's the damage numbers. We have 30, 36, and 45. So it does have to be. One headshot will secure you, at least one headshot will secure you that 3 shot. Yeah. That's in the close range. Now I go up to the 20 meter range. 25. 25. 30, 37 I believe. So yeah, you can still get a 3 shot. Actually, it's really a lot harder to get a 3 shot. You have to get 2 upper body shot, 2 headshots to get a 3 shot at this range. It's still very consistent damage in my opinion. It does the box, I think. And then finally at the 20 meter range. That's 26, 24. 28 and 36. 24, 30, 28, 36. So it's still a guaranteed 5 shot and a guaranteed 4 shot will get 1 upper body shot. So yeah, definitely I would highly recommend checking out this AR, and if you're something more stable and better for holding angles, then I would say the Krig 6 is the best bet in terms of AR. So yeah, now let's get into of course the number 1 spot. And of course, absolutely no surprise, at the number 1 spot we have the CBR. Still, it's been hard dominating the game for at least a year. It must be at least a year now, right? Yeah, highly versatile and did very good damage. Very good at close range. Although I would say excels better at medium range than close range, as the Q9 has a slightly better time to go up the close range. But it's just that versatility that makes it stand out from other SMGs. But yeah, it's still definitely very good at a close range. So yeah, if you want an overall very dominant gun, of course check out the CBR4. I highly doubt anyone's not checked out CBR4. It's highly accurate. No, very limited recoil. And can win pretty much most gunfights apart from maybe long range. Really isn't really another gun like at the moment, and hopefully maybe not hopefully, I don't know, but they should nerf it since it does get a bit boring when the same gun messes for too long. Okay, so now let's check out the of course the recoil. Once we I mean, even like, of course, out of that's this range. Okay, so here is the. Let's go recoil first. It's a slightly higher recoil than some of the guns. But still, it's very much a straight line, so it's very predictable. So once you line it, you don't have to line it a bit more, learn how to control it a bit more. But once you do line it, it is a very solid one to control. You know, yeah. And of course the base damage is a lot higher, so yeah, it's 50 round mag. As you can see, very tight bullet spread, hit fire spread even, so yeah, definitely highly consistent at the fragment if you want to just hit fire. It's an 8 out of 10 for that. No work is doing that, and then we have 24, 28, 32. So it is a guaranteed 4 shots, looking at one off one shot, which is kind of quite easy. And we have the 20 meters, 23, 27, 31. It's still very consistent, might even be the same. 24, 28. I think it goes down by 1 or 2. Yeah, no, not too bad. So yeah, it's still pretty consistent, especially for an SMG. 16, 19, 21. So yeah, it's going down quite a bit, although the headshot model is still in the 20s, which is pretty decent. So yeah, of course, number 1 gun, it's got to be the CBR. Yeah, so that's into the gameplay, of course, and the loadout.